Do you experience shoulder pain with barbell back squats? In this video, we're going to be covering some of the common issues that can cause shoulder pain while performing a barbell back squat and help you to determine whether or not you should take a break from doing a barbell back squat for the time being, or whether or not it's safe to perform a modification of this exercise until your shoulder calms back down. And then long term, what would be the recommended solution in order to help you get back into one of your favorite lifts? So one of the biggest issues that we see with the barbell back squat is not having sufficient mobility in the shoulder, and in particular, what we refer to as external rotation at the top of the lift in order to successfully hold or position that barbell in place. And so even if we have enough mobility on one side to get into this position successfully, but we are unable to on the other side with the barbell back squat, a limitation in one side is going to throw off the entire movement versus for somebody who may be doing a kettlebell or a dumbbell squat, they could get into that position and compensate enough on the side that's limited or lacking mobility in order to successfully perform this movement. So again, one of the biggest issues we see with the barbell back squat leading to shoulder pain, oftentimes on the front of the shoulder, is not having enough external rotation or mobility to get back into that position. And so what that looks like is one elbow being further forward on one side versus the other side. The other side of the shoulder and the lower back having to compensate for that lack of mobility, or forcing that shoulder that doesn't have enough mobility into that position, driving the elbow forward, thereby putting additional stress on the front of the shoulder, which can lead to inflaming structures and causing pain. So for that person dealing with this specific issue, I'll oftentimes recommend to my clients that for the time being, they switch over to perform a squat, being able to hold on to a bar in front of their shoulders, or they're able to perform a variation like a goblet squat. Again, that does not require nearly as much shoulder mobility or external rotation to get into that position. And then in the long term, that person will need to work on improving some of their shoulder mobility. They may also need to work on improving some of their thoracic or mid-back mobility as well. And then once they've restored that, then they can successfully start to gradually work back into the barbell back squat, starting with less load, making sure that they can get into the same position on both sides, and then gradually ramping up over the course of several weeks from there.